So I actually really went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to make this video. But I knew that I could not say anything, and I didn't want to just say something at the beginning or at the end of another video, because that wouldn't be right. And it definitely wouldn't be right not to say anything at all. How could I say that I was going to make videos all this month for the LGBTQ community and not address what happened? So I am going to talk about what happened and just talk about I am going to promise one thing. This video is not political. I'm not going to talk about guns, and I'm not going to talk about terrorism or anything of the like right now. I'm going to talk about what's important. The 50 people that died in the LGBTQ community on Saturday, over the weekend. I'm sorry. From the minute that I heard this news, I was shattered. I just laid in bed for hours. I didn't think that there was any good left in the world. I couldn't help it, and I'm sure other people felt that. Maybe some still do. But I felt it really badly. I could not see hope. I could not see a better day. I thought that existed, but then this happened, and it was just too hard, because these things just keep happening. But at the same time, this stood out so much because this is the deadliest shooting that the U.S. has ever had. And it was an attack against gay people. That's it. It was a hate crime. It was a hate crime committed by somebody who just didn't want to see two men kissing. And that not only breaks my heart, but blows me away. Maybe I'm too lucky that I grew up in a open-minded place, well, open-minded household at least, where I just didn't see anything wrong with equality and letting people love who they love. And obviously I'm lucky in that respect for a couple of different reasons, but I definitely feel lucky recently because I wouldn't want to be one of the ignorant people I've seen on social media that say those people deserved it. This is such a hard video to make because I know I'm going to cry, and I'm kind of talking quietly because it's just so hard for me to get some of these words out and to say these things. And like I said, I don't want to get political because I don't want to get angry. I've just seen so much ignorance and disrespect the past couple of days that I don't want to have to talk about that. And a friend of mine on Facebook actually pointed something out that I completely agree with, and it was, I don't care what you think about guns, but can you for a week let the families and loved ones of these victims mourn without defending the thing that killed them? And that stuck with me too, because that's what people should be focused on. It shouldn't have automatically sparked the gun debate again. People should just be sad and 50 people died. 50 people died. Got mowed down for being who they are, and in a moment that they thought they were safe and were celebrating their pride. And that's what this month, that's what these events, that's what that club was for. And now those places are in danger. All month people are going to continue to go to Pride, or some people aren't now because they're scared. They're going to cancel their plans to go to Pride because they're scared, and that is understandable. Or if you still go, that's also understandable. I think the main thing to remember in all of this is just, I don't want LGBTQ people and kids and everything to be afraid to be themselves now. I don't want this tragedy to take that away from them. And honestly, so far, I've been so amazed at the strength and resilience I've seen from this community, and how they stand together. They really, really do. And that's the whole point. This community is based on love and pride and equality, and it shows so much in the things that they do, and then it really shows who doesn't support them. And in these times, I guess I don't understand how people can even say that 50 people deserve to die. I don't care what you think personally. Don't say things like that. Why would you say things like that? That's people. That is people that died. They aren't some otherworldly creature that just fell over and died. They're innocent human beings that got murdered. Murdered by an assault weapon that shouldn't be on the streets. Okay, that got a little political, but I kind of couldn't help slipping it in there. Because there's just so much wrong. There is so much wrong in this situation and what is happening right now. I went to Pride a couple weekends ago, and I guess that now that thought can't get out of my head. What if it had been mine? I imagine that's in a lot of people's heads. I imagine it's in their head as they leave to go to Pride. It's fear. But I wanted to say that I can see some people already believing this, but I want more people to believe it. I want people to put love over hate and to put pride over fear. I want the positive and the happy and the good to outweigh the bad. I want good to win. I know everyone does, or at least morally sound people do, but after having a moment where I could not see any good in the world, and still being able to believe it now, it's just really important. And I do see the good, and I see the good again because of what I saw coming from the LGBTQ community and the supporters of the community after this tragedy. Just so much amazing love and support. And I keep saying those words, I know, but I don't want to fall into silence and not speak for like 5 minutes, but again, this is one of those videos where I couldn't write down what I wanted to say, and even though I have a million things in my head, it all just kind of sits still, because this is so hard for me to do. And I'm not going to make 100 takes of what I'm saying this time, because I want this to be raw and personal. I want to just say what I need to say and say what I feel. So I just feel so much respect. So much respect for the people that had to die, and so much respect for the people who have supported them, and for the loved ones who are getting through this miraculously, I think. Yeah, miraculously. I couldn't imagine losing someone that I loved in this tragedy, and the first thing I see on social media, when I can manage to get on it, is why guns should still be allowed. I couldn't imagine feeling that, and God, that would hurt so bad. Do people not think about that? Do people not at all think about anybody but themselves and their selfish opinions and thoughts on their rights? Like, okay, you're gonna cry about guns, but people are dead. People are dead. Someone lost their mother, someone lost their brother, someone lost their best friend, someone lost their lover. People are dead. Can you stop being so selfish for 2 seconds? And I am guilty of the gun argument on social media, but of course I'm obviously not for it. But I did just want to make this video for the community and for the loved ones of the people who died, and to just, for them. I don't want political arguments anymore. I'm being overwhelmed, I know. But I don't want people to be afraid to be who they are. I don't want that. But now that seems to be like it's going to happen even more often. Because a little kid who's in the closet or even doesn't understand is going to see this and think, well, if I feel that way, I'm going to die. And that is so terrible. How can we do that to children? How can we do that to anybody? I think it says a lot about the people that are in your life when you see how they respond to things like this. For one, like I said, I sobbed in bed for what felt like days, but it was only hours. And when my mom and my stepdad came home and I told them about what happened, I was lucky not to have a response from them that made me want to wonder why I still live here. My mom, was devastated, and even my stepdad just said, they don't deserve that. And then I see people I graduated with say some of the most disgusting and terrible things, and I've never felt so much anger in my life. And I think that was another reason I didn't want to make this video political, because I don't want to be angry. I don't want to get angry on this video and yell or get carried away, because I don't want negativity to overwhelm people anymore. I want, yes, to mourn and yes, to think about those victims, but I want also to be able for their death not to be meaningless. So that's why I wanted to talk about love over hatred and pride over fear, because I want so badly for positivity to be present during this time in some form. Obviously, it's not going to be in waves over everyone all of the sudden, but I want it to be present. I want people to still wake up and be proud of who they are, and to love everyone in their lives, and to send support to anyone who needs it. That's why I made the video. I wanted to be positive and not negative, because I don't want to be a negative person. I don't want to be the person that laid in bed crying and thinking there was no good in the world for hours. That wasn't me. But I was just devastated, and I still am, but I also know that I can't stop being me, because that would only make this whole situation worse. Even if I wasn't a member of the LGBTQ community, I know that I would support them, because for years I thought that I supported them without being a part of it, but that's beside the point. I just know that I have never been more proud or more happy to be a part of this community, because they are so strong and so resilient. I said that earlier, but it's so true. The people that still say love is love, and that they will not stop loving, and that they will still go to Pride with a smile on their face and still love who they are, that's amazing. I feel like not everybody can do that. They're like superheroes. They are. They are like superheroes who will do anything for that community. I feel like they're all so selfless. Something else that has made me so happy or feel good during this time is the YouTubers and the celebrities and other types of famous people that have shown support for what happened. And I mean real, genuine support. There have been so many YouTube videos I've already watched that have made me cry, and so many celebrities that have blown me away with how amazing they are. And I'm lucky that a lot of them are already people that I idolize. I'm so, I guess no, I don't want to say overwhelmed again. I'm in such awe of those people. Like Panic at the Disco making shirts available again, where all the proceeds that they make will be donated to funds in Orlando, and of course my mind wants to go blank, but gosh, this is so bad. I know this is so bad, but like I said, I don't want to start this video over and try to say these things without tripping over words, because I just want this to be personal. One thing in particular that will stand out forever, not just to me, but for a lot of people I know, is LinManuel Miranda's speech at the Tonys. The love is love is love is love is love, and love cannot be killed or swept aside speech, well, sonnet. That was incredible. And this is coming from a person who didn't even need to say it, but he wants to. He is honestly one of the most pure people I've ever seen on the planet. What a great person. LinManuel Miranda is the creator of Hamilton, for anybody who doesn't know that. And something else about Hamilton, they dropped their use of muskets during their performance of the Tonys in respect, and that's incredible in its own. So I just have so much respect and admiration for people like Lynn and that cast, and anybody who does something like that for this community during this time. James Corden, I think everybody at the Tonys really, that's another amazing community, and yeah. That's another reason I guess I still see beauty in the world, because of the support and the love. I keep saying support and love, but that's because it's what needs to be said. It's what needs to be happening. Support and love. And I support and love this community so much, and the allies of this community and the loved ones of the people who died in Orlando. I physically don't think I can say another word. I don't. I can say, though, that I am going to try to make a lighthearted video for later on this week, because making these videos this month was such an important thing to me, and I'm not going to stop, and I don't want them to all be sad or to all be about things like this, because even though they're so important, like I said, I want positivity to reign. I want positivity to be present. So I am going to make another video for later this week. That'll be a little bit on a lighter note. That's all I have to say. You don't have to give this video a thumbs up, and you do not have to subscribe. I just wanted to say it because it needed to be said. I just wanted to show respect. Yeah. I'll see you guys later.